It is mid-April and I'm popping on here to do a quick introduction to this vlog. My in-laws Jeff and Jackie visited. They made their first European vacation earlier this month. So we spent the week with them and did as many Paris things as I think you can possibly squeeze into a week, and also popped up to London for the weekend. So now both of our parents have had the chance to visit. We're feeling super lucky for that. And each time we've gotten to do new Paris things and do some of the greatest hits of Paris. And yeah, it was wonderful. Spring is here in Paris. I'm trying to soak it all in. And yeah, it's fun to watch these memories back, so I hope you also enjoy them as well. So heading right into the footage, we met Jeff and Jackie at the airport, and I expected them to be a little bit tired, not gonna lie, but we just hit the ground running. We saw the Notre Dame, we went to Place de Ville, and then they took just like the quickest of naps, and we were back at it again. And I got a little bit of a surprise. A bird just in my hair.
Right there.
Thanks for cleaning the poop out.
A little too good to go action on the bank of the Seine. And then we went on a nighttime Seine River cruise. This is, in my opinion, one of the can't miss things to do when you come to Paris. I've said I could go on one of these every night. The next morning we went chocolate shopping. They have the most elaborate chocolate here for Easter. And then we kept the picnic pattern going. Then we walked to the Eiffel Tower, and upon listening back, I may have embraced my role as a photographer a little bit too enthusiastically.
Hey, Paris! Yay!
And we capped off the day with some pizza.
It's been 2 days since Jake's parents, officially my in-laws, have gotten here. Yesterday we went to the Eiffel Tower. The day before that we picked them up from the airport, and then we, I can't think of anything because all I can think of is how a bird pooped on my head. But we did a Seine River cruise in the evening, and in the daytime we just kind of explored and got to see Notre Dame. It's been really fun. And today we are going to do a tour of the Pantheon and a trip to Sacré-Cœur and Montmartre area, and end the night off with going to the Louvre. So it'll be really fun. Jake, how's it been having your parents here?
It's great.
It's great.
After some crepes, we headed to Sacré-Cœur. Jake mentioned beforehand that it had rained every time we'd been to Sacré-Cœur in the past, and it started raining that day as well, so we blamed that on him. And then, despite the rain and the wind, we headed to the top of the Sacré-Cœur for the overlook. We made it! And it was super windy and so many steps, but the views, as promised, they delivered, so. After spending some time in the Montmartre area, we swung by the I Love You wall, where there's I Love You written in every different language. It's mostly a photo op, but still kind of a fun thing to see and check out if you're in the area. Then we did our tour of the Pantheon. We spent our Friday night at the Louvre, which was super fun, and I'm not even going to attempt to voice over these masterpieces. I'll just let them roll. We are off to London today, catching our train from Paris to London. One of the things I was really excited about in London was going to Camden Market. They have this food stall there called Yorkshire Burrito, where it's like a whole Sunday dinner rolled up into one burrito. The line was super long, so I got some fries while we waited, and then finally got the burrito. Secured the burrito. It was wonderful. It was delicious. We went to Chin Chin and got nitrogen-infused ice cream, which was chef's kiss, so good. Went souvenir shopping and poked around Camden Market a little bit. Later in the day, we continued our walking tour of London. We went to Hyde Park, which was really fun to see, and there were just a ton of birds.
we're in London at the Airbnb. We got our chips, recommended by Betsy. Salt? No, not salt.
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion. What would we rank them?
3 wheels out of 3. For cheese.
Oh yes, they're good. Jeff and Jackie, how was your trip for viewers at home?
It's wonderful.
It's good. I love it here.
Man fit.
After our crisp appetizer and relaxing at the Airbnb a bit, we headed out for dinner. The next day was kind of our royal-inspired day. We kicked it off at Buckingham Palace, which was really fun to see in real life.
Look at me.
Then we made our way through some of the big sites in London. We saw Big Ben, we saw Westminster Abbey. The big attraction of the day was going to the Crown Jewels.
Hold on, we dropped this coin.
I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I expected to see the Crown Jewels, which I didn't actually get footage of because you can't film anything in there. But actually, yeah, I feel like I learned a lot. Oh, and also they have these ravens there. Apparently, they have to have like 6 ravens on site at all times or their entire country is going to like fall. I don't know. You can fact check that. Anyways, we saw Kensington Palace. Then that night we went back to our fave, the Monkey Puzzle, and had more British fare. And then Jake and I, for dessert, we got a bunch of British snacks. We're so used to going to British Isles in Houston and trying out all the new, like, fun British candy, and it was so fun to do it in real life at the grocery store this time. Good morning. It is our last day in London. Today, we are going to do Piccadilly Circus and Harrods, and maybe the British Museum, and then hop on our train back to Paris tonight. And then spend a couple more days with Jake's parents in Paris. Got a little pony action happening here. Harrods was crazy. It was so fancy in there, and I think the thing that like blew me away the most was the chocolate hall. You could watch people like making chocolate, and all of the baked goods and stuff in these like different halls were so beautiful. And then I don't know, if you need a good deal on honey, I'd also check out Harrods. All right, we are leaving Harrods and heading to Piccadilly Circus on the Underground. Super fun, and we got a little grab bag of chocolate, so we have been tapping into those. Peep Jackie's Harrods tote. Real posh, isn't it? Making a little trip to the British Museum. Jake wants to see the Rosetta Stone. I want to see the Easter Island heads. Jackie wants to see mummies. Mummies. We only had about an hour in the British Museum, so there was a few things that each of us wanted to see. This was what I wanted to see, the Easter Island head. And then Jake really wanted to see Rosetta Stone. But we also had time to see some of the mummies, which were crazy. Like, there's just a billion mummies in there. We just finished at the British Museum. Yep. It was awesome. It was free. We saw so many mummies, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it. Thank you, Betsy, for the recommendation. And then after we caught our train back from London to Paris. The Zilk second Airbnb was super close to Jardin des Plantes, so we went on a walk there. And it seemed like over the weekend, spring had just sprung in Paris. Everything was like all blooming and beautiful, and yeah, great for some photo ops.
You guys, it's Joey. Look how cute it is.
We went to the Luxembourg Garden in the afternoon to just hang out and then capped off our day with some drinks. It's Jake's parents' last day in Paris. Today we are going to the catacombs and then out to try some French cuisine for dinner. Getting kind of busy. So this shows how deep underground, at least this part of the catacombs is. Got my cherry Coke and we're about to go hang in the park for a little bit. And an update that nobody asked for. I've become quite the Coke girl since we've gotten to Paris because I can pronounce Coca-Cola, so it's easy to order. It's packed. We are in line for steak. My excitement is high. This place is the best because they give you a refill of steak and fries, so you get seconds. Yeah, it was awesome. It was so fun having the Zilks here, and thank you for watching.